This is a story of partnership. College presidents, government, business leaders, a man and a woman, and two names forever linked with this prestigious place at the southern edge of campus. In the late 1960s and early 70s, when Notre Dame President Father Theodore M. Hesburgh and Indiana University President and Chancellor Herman B. Wells needed strong business and community advocates to help make a pilot medical program work in northern Indiana, they wouldn't have to look far. One of the most influential and tireless leaders this state has ever seen, busy raising a family, building one of the most successful financial institutions in the United States, a former college president himself who would serve as a trustee for the University of Notre Dame, was already working tirelessly to make an Indiana University School of Medicine a promising possibility for the citizens of northern Indiana. O.C. Carmichael, Mike as he was known, believed, like Hesburgh and Wells, that this partnership was in everyone's best interest, the students, the schools, and especially the citizens of this community who would benefit from physicians who were likely to stay or return to the area once they received their degrees. Carmichael lobbied at the Capitol, talked tirelessly with groups and colleagues all over the state about the benefits of a medical school in northern Indiana. Finally, in 1968, a pilot program with 2 medical students was launched. It was a test, but would a partnership between a public and a private university work? Carmichael's wife was sure it would.
We were one of the only states at that time to only have one medical school.
Today, we know her as Ernestine Raclin, a legendary business leader, activist, and advocate for community development and education, whose long list of life accomplishments speaks volumes about commitment to improving the world we live in. She understood how this unique partnership would be good for the community because she was already leading economic development initiatives and serving on boards to improve education opportunities for every child in the state.
It was important to have the 2 institutions, one public, IU, and Notre Dame, collaborating on this.
Would the 1968 test be a success? The answer was yes. And by 1970, it was official. Notre Dame, Indiana University, and the citizens of this community would have their partnership. An official 2-year medical program based in South Bend, Indiana. But the celebration itself was short-lived. At the height of his career, in the prime of his life, Mike Carmichael died from a heart attack. 6 short years after having helped to establish a medical school in South Bend, one of its most effective advocates was gone. Carmichael would never know the doctors, one after another, who'd graduate from the program he helped create and return to this community to practice medicine just the way he'd hoped. For the next 29 years, student after student would prove that Hesburgh, Wells, and Carmichael were right. Finally, in 2005, the program moved from an obscure basement on campus to this majestic new building on state-owned property at the entrance to the University of Notre Dame.
So many people have been great leaders in this community to make very special things happen. I'm very pleased to be living here and very proud of what we've been able to accomplish.
It bears the name Raclin Carmichael Hall. And while it's not the only way to remember and celebrate 2 people who played such a vital role in the founding and support for this medical school, we feel it makes a very important statement.
To have this is really a dream come true, and I know that Mike would be thrilled.
Particularly for Ernestine M. Raclin, for whom we are all eternally grateful.